as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by KFC. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. This afternoon, rain and patchy fog with a slight chance of thunderstorms before noon, then rain and snow. high near 38. Expecting a 90% chance of precipitation. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Currently, it's 36 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. All kinds of beers and thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly.
They're simple, boring, never thought of until they're needed. They're windshield wipers. Only when Mary Anderson became annoyed that New York trolley drivers were stopping to wipe their windshield by hand did anybody do something about it. By attaching a spring-loaded arm to a rubber blade, one woman made travel easier and safer. Look to innovate and pass it on. From passiton.com.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
And welcome in, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Hey, we're broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. We hope that you are enjoying your morning here, the later part of the day, right? It is the 11 o'clock segment. I will be on here until 1 o'clock. We do have a live show today for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. On a wonderful wind down Wednesday. Becky will be also on the Zoom side of things too, with Tammy here in station with me. So it's going to be a good time. We're looking forward to it, and we hope you are too. We'll also go through some other local programming that'll be coming up today too, so stay tuned for all of that. You are listening to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Out to Lunch is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. They have their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists, and they provide advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. Whether it's hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you to heal faster and get back to the activities that you love. And that's not all. They have their comprehensive rehabilitation services, which means that you'll get expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. So you can trust your health to excellence today by trusting St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. You can call them today at 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So thank you again to St. Joseph Hospital of Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. If you'd like to check out more information on their website, that is stjosephelgin.com. They are located at 77 North Airlight Street. You can also check them out on LinkedIn, Instagram, and also Facebook, or call their main office number at 847-695-3200. Let's start off here by talking a little bit about the weather, right? You know, a lot of times, we go to a party, maybe you don't know as many people, or you see people you haven't seen in a long time, and you're like, how's the weather? Kind of those how's the weather conversations, it's weird weather we're having, right? That kind of awkward position conversation that many of us has been through before. But we hope that this conversation is not awkward. In fact, it is very informative because we like to inform you each hour on what the weather is for the day today. So we've got cloudy and some snow potentially. I'm not seeing any snow outside right now, but that was predicted a little earlier today to possibly get some snow. Hasn't happened yet. A high of 40 degrees is in that forecast today. Current temperatures right now, as I'm speaking, are at 36. It does feel a little chillier, 22, with those wind speeds of about 15 to 25 miles per hour. We're noticing that, but it is little pockets of stillness. Like right now. It's not windy, really. There was a little tiny bit of wind, but not a whole lot that's going on right now. So that'll kind of fluctuate throughout the day. Dropping down to a low of 26 degrees is coming through for tonight. Clear to partly cloudy, so it will hopefully start to clear up just a little bit. For Thursday, tomorrow on the 12th of March, we see a high of 46, so temperatures do rise just a little bit. We are going to be seeing a little bit of sunshine in the morning, so that should definitely brighten up our spirits for those who maybe get a little somber during these days when it's a little cloudy and overcast and rain and thunderstorms, maybe even snow. But we are getting closer to that springtime. We see sunshine in the morning, followed by a little bit more cloudier skies during the afternoon. That high is going to be 46. It drops down to 38 as our low. It does become a little bit more windy. A chance of rain is predicted at 40%. Heading on into Friday the 13th, we do see here a variable amount of clouds and wind. We see a high of about 43 degrees. That's coming through the forecast. Wind gusts could occasionally get up to 50 miles per hour, folks. So just make sure if you've got any sort of delicacies that are out on your lawn or your porch, maybe something that's glass, just make sure that you're holding on to that. I know some people even specifically have items that are made to look like they're just standing on its own, but they're screwed into, the chairs. I wouldn't say screwed into the chair. You know what I mean? Some people do that. Some crafty people, they screw in things so it doesn't knock over. That's a good way to do it. But if you have things that can easily be knocked over, then again, just wanted to throw that information out there for you that it is going to get quite windy coming up on Friday. Partly cloudy skies with a low of 25 degrees is for Friday night. For Saturday over the weekend, cloudy skies, a few flurries or snow showers could be possible. High of 40 degrees, dropping down to 32 with 70% precipitation. And we see snow in the evening with a mixture of some rains at time overnight. So it could get a little bit slippery outside. Sunday the 15th is a high of 47, rain, and that is possibly about an inch of rain that we could be seeing falling. It does drastically drop down to a low of about 14 degrees with some snow/rain. So another slick weekend that we're seeing here. Monday the 16th, we see a high of 23, cloudy and cold with a low of 7 degrees dropping into Monday night. Not a huge chance of snow though. And then Tuesday the 17th, we see a high of 26 and a low of 18. Generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds, and it is supposed to be, of course, cold. And then Wednesday the 18th, a week from today, we see a high of 39 and a low of 27, considerable amount of cloudiness. If you do look further into the prediction for the majority of the rest of the month of March, it does start to warm up into the highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. So pretty much generally that's what's expected in the month of March. So the weather will get a little bit more on the quote normal side of things as we get to the tail end of the month of March, as we hop on into spring and into the month of April. So you'll be able to check out more information on your phone, tablet, laptop. You can get notifications on your phone. You can just do it through your website, the Weather Channel, AccuWeather, and any other weather sources that you prefer to use. Before we head on into our our Sunny Skies story, I do have a press release I wanted to announce here. This is a public service announcement, and Kane County Clerk John A. Cunningham would like to send a reminder to all Kane County residents who applied and received their vote by mail ballot to fill it out, sign the envelope, and get it to the post office before March 17th. If you are unable to mail in the ballots, voters can drop off their signed ballots at one of 3 ballot drop-off locations. The clerk's office in Geneva, its Aurora satellite office on Donner Place, or at the City of Elgin City Hall located at 150 Dexter Court. So I just wanted to put that information out there for you. Another reminder, also by Kane County Clerk John A. Cunningham, all Kane County residents, that early voting is taking place now until March 16th. Residents can vote at various sites throughout Kane County. For a location and hours for early voting sites, you can visit www.kanevotes.org and click on the Vote button. For additional information on locations, you can call the Kane County Elections Department at 630-232-5990. And remember, quote, you are always welcome at the county clerk's office. So thank you again to Kane County Clerk John A. Cunningham for putting out this information, and of course, Kane County as well. And we'll be announcing that throughout today and also into tomorrow. So I wanted to put that information out there for you. Again, you can go to the Kane County Clerk's office. The city clerk's office is located in Geneva, Illinois. You might be familiar with where that location is. If you are looking for specific parking and things like that, there is a map available on their website to check out. You can also go to the Kane County Clerk's Aurora's satellite office building, which you can find, of course, located in downtown Aurora. So if you want to check that out, of course, they also do have more information on the cityofauroras.il.us website. You can check out responsibilities, the office area, and more. Of course, you can also call their number, give them a fax. You can also email them too. They're located at 44 East Downer Place in Aurora. It also does show their hours of operation. So again, thank you to the Kane County Clerk's Office for sending that press release out. We'll make sure to keep you up to date on all of that. The time is 16 past the hour. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll go through our Sunny Skies story of the day, and then we'll chew on this, a particular food or drink item that we'll talk about, and we'll kind of dissect it a little bit. We'll chew on it. Then, of course, we have the word of the day, the National Day to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy. We'll also go through, when time allows, a little history of Wind Down Wednesday, because many of us use that term. It's a Wind Down Wednesday, and we'll kind of talk a little bit about what kind of started that. Then, of course, we also do have a conversation story, a little bit of some bubbly chemistry behind that carbonated drink that you enjoy so much. We'll also talk about, of course, those local theater performances during the 12 o'clock hour, as it is a Wings Wednesday. And then, of course, we also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30. So if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call and stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. Each night, the Master of Disguise stalks the darkness, outwitting criminals with chilling certainty and supernatural suspense.
You really should believe in ghosts now, Commissioner. And in shadows.
Join the Shadows for classic radio drama filled with mystery, menace, and intrigue. Nightly from 10 to 10:30 p.m. Part of late night radio here on WRMN.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Thank you! Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
And welcome back, folks, here to Out to Lunch on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. I'll be here driving the show until 1 o'clock and then back again from 2 until 4 o'clock here for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. So stay tuned for that. You are listening to the Out to Lunch program sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Let's continue on your morning with an inspirational story brought to you by, this is from sunnyskies.com, posted by a user a couple days ago. And this title of the story is, it's the smallest things sometimes, that do the most. And we've experienced that before, right? Small things that are done or things that we do can really make the most and create a really cool domino effect when it comes to helping people out and into the community. So this user writes, quote, recently I've been going through a lot and today was the day things hit me. Now my coworkers called out and I had to close from AM and had a bad shift or whatever and everything had just been really crashing down. Had to buy my groceries for the week at 11 p.m. and forgot my wallet. He writes here, I am a man. I should never forget my wallet. Tap to pay didn't work for fraudulent reasons, so I was just super drained and disappointed because I just didn't have the energy. I didn't eat all day. I didn't want to eat bread and cheese for the whole day. So I'm a strong person and cussed a little, and then I'm talking to myself while just wondering what could be the point of living if it's like this. And we've all been there. This guy then walks in front of me, and I thought, bro, was about to kidnap me, but he handed me bags of the food, bags for the food, and I left the store, and I'm like, oh, I didn't pay for that. And, well, he paid for it. Dude, I just can't stop sobbing. I thought this earth was evil, and he just fixed so many fake problems I created in my head. I just can't wait to pay it forward. You guys don't get how much it means. So that's a nice little story there. There was another one too that was posted, a short little sweet one. Received a note, a user named Jesse received a note after a concert that they just went to. And it's a cute little note. This person writes, a person passed to me a note through a couple of people because it was a yard or two away. The note reads, seeing you radiate joy so authentically and dance and sing made my night and remind me to give myself permission to experience joy. Always be yourself, this person writes. So a nice inspirational story, a couple of those that you can check out for yourself or find some news, fun, interesting stories, kindness stories, videos, funny pictures, and more. That's on sunnyskies.com. Sunnyskies.com. Of course, it is the lunchtime. Let's chew on this. We like to chew on something that is either food or drink or restaurant food related, anything like that, right? So we like to see what's out there. And you know what? We've got our conversation story of the day talking a little bit about bubbly drinks and the chemistry behind carbonated beverages. So let's maybe sip on this particular fact about a carbonated beverage. Pepsi. We all know Pepsi, right? Popular Pepsi, right? Has a higher revenue than Coca-Cola due to its Tropicana and Gatorade brands. Yes. So again, Pepsi has a higher revenue than Coca-Cola due to its Tropicana and Gatorade brands. Now, how much higher of a revenue is it? Well, let's take a look here. PepsiCo generates significantly higher total revenue than the Coca-Cola company, with 2023 revenues, according to Blue Tree Savings, roughly $91 to $94 billion compared to Coca-Cola's $46 to $48 billion. Now, this disparity exists because PepsiCo is a diversified food and beverage company. So again, it also includes Frito-Lay and also Quaker Oats, while Coca-Cola is a pure play beverage company. So the key details in regarding this revenue comparison include the business model difference. PepsiCo's higher revenue is largely driven by its snacks and food division, which accounts for over 50% of its total revenue. Profitability is the next one, of course. Despite lower revenue, Coca-Cola often boasts higher net profit margins, approximately roughly 23%, according to Trefis.org, compared to PepsiCo, approximately 10%, due to its concentrated, low-cost business model. And as early as 2026, PepsiCo continues to lead in total revenue of, again, $93.9 billion in 2025, with substantial contributions from its snacks portfolio, as we talked about here. Both companies, of course, are very efficient, and you can read more about it, too, at Trefis.com. Excuse me, I said .org mistakenly. It's .com. So there's a lot of videos out there, too, but that's something to sip on, something to chew on, as we have our Let's Chew On this segment here. There's lots of different flavors, of course, of Pepsi that you can try out, or Coca-Cola, whatever you prefer, of course, for yourself. Personal preference is totally the way to go. Maybe you like both of them, and that's totally fine, too. Again, the Tropicana and Gatorade brands, also very good as well. So if you want to read a little bit more on some interesting facts, you can go to fungenerators.com for more information. You can find facts about sugar, popcorn, donuts, pancakes, pasta. I had pasta last night at Olive Garden, chicken parmigiana. I enjoyed it. So if you want to check out all of that, they have coffee facts, pizza facts, factory farming facts. I mean, a lot of different things when it comes to food and the enjoyment of eating food, but also knowing a little bit of the science and the health benefits, or maybe not so healthy non-benefits to eating junk food. But of course, everything in moderation here, right? So that's our little chew on this segment. We'll come up with another one coming up tomorrow. The word of the day today, recognized on this day, March 11th, is besotted. Besotted is an adjective. It's spelled B-E-S-O-T-T-E-D. It rolls off the tongue, and here's what it means. Someone described as besotted is so in love that they are unable to think clearly, right? You've got the big rose-colored glasses on. You're infatuated. You are in La La Land, or maybe on Cloud 9. Clearly, they are utterly infatuated. Here's the way that it's being used. Besotted can also be used as a synonym for drunk. So there's that also. Maybe drunk on love. Here's an example of how it's used in a sentence. The opening scene of the movie follows a besotted couple at a party. The camera's focus emphasizing their ignorance of all that is around them. Maybe we all have something in our life that we are besotted from, right? Or besotted by, so in love with, right? It could be a physical thing. It could be an idea. It could be someone else's idea, right? It could be, there's a lot of different things. So that is the word of the day, besotted, recognized on this day, March 11th. I think, there's certain instances for particular situations where maybe being besotted is a wonderful thing. Other times it can be very unhealthy, right? So there's different context to that. But that's the word of the day, recognized today on this Wednesday, this Wine Down Wednesday. And we're going to be going to our break pretty shortly here, but we'll talk more about what is Wine Down Wednesday. Why do people talk about wine on a Wednesday? Why is it called Wine Down Wednesday? We'll also go through the wines of the month, so we'll make sure to do that too. That'll be coming up after the break. So we'll talk a little bit of history of Wine Down Wednesday and go through the wines of the month that were selected by the folks at FoxValleyMagazine.com. Then we'll go through our conversation story of the day. During the 12 o'clock hour at the start, we'll go through our National Day calendar, see what we can recognize, celebrate, and enjoy. And then, of course, it is a Wings Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I do like to pay recognition to a lot of really great performance places to go to. Elgin Theater Company, Paramount Theater, Egyptian Theater. And then when time allows, I also do like to occasionally mention some of the latest movies that are playing at local Fox Valley theaters, actual movie theaters to go to. So we do talk about some of those local movie theaters, but we especially hone in on the performing arts, the venues to go to, where you're getting that in-person live entertainment. And there's a lot of really cool things that you can do when it comes to live entertainment around the Fox River Valley area. So we always like to mention that during the Wednesday's edition of Out to Lunch. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back with more here on WRMN's Out to Lunch segment. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, you can listen to us on that AM 1410 dial. You can tune in on our YouTube page, youtube.com/WRMN radio. And hello to you, Brendan, sending hearts your way. Don't forget, Brendan, you've got some gift cards to pick up here at the station. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here in just a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The greatest insult the Colonel ever suffered was being served a wrap that was just a snack by a friend. So he took 2 crispy tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, and pepper mayo, and wrapped them in a soft tortilla. It wasn't a snack, it was a meal. He called it a twister, and never called that friend again. The Colonel lived, so we could chicken. The Twister, now back at KFC, classic or with bacon. Also try it spicy. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I've been getting a lot of questions about who I'm supporting to take over as controller. Cindy from Springfield wrote, Dear Susanna, I'm a lifelong Democrat and would like to know your thoughts on the contestants for your current position. Or if you cannot officially answer, can you please send me a hint? Well, thanks for asking, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. I'm Holly Kim and ready to be your next controller. I hope I can count on your support.
By the way, Cindy, that's not just a hint. It's an endorsement.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. This afternoon, rain before noon, then a chance of sleet and rain and snow. High near 37. Tonight, a slight chance of snow. Partly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Currently, it's 36 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody.
Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton.
With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
And welcome back, folks, here to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410. We're going to be talking a little bit about those wines of the month from Fox Valley Magazine, talking a little bit of history of the term Wine Down Wednesday, and even some meanings describing taste and aromas, structure and mouthfeel, and more sophisticated vocabulary that comes together when it comes to describing wine, tasting, things like on the nose, fruit forward, earthy, jammy, things like that, right? You know, if you're a wine connoisseur, or maybe you've been to a wine tasting before and you see people, they're dressed in fancy blazers, they've got the nice necklaces on, they've got their hair done. They're like, look at this wine. It is quite on the nose. It's quite earthy. I enjoy the spice, the oak influence, a little bit chewy and velvety here. That's a great finish on there and quite elegant and complex in its presence, right? So there's a lot of the fancy wine terms, and we'll kind of even teach you a little bit about that. But hey, if you are a winery, if you are a business that showcases wine, you make wine, you have a wine of the month, you maybe even have a showcase wine of the week, feel free to reach out to me, Matt at WRMN1410.com, and we can talk, and I can showcase your wine every Wine Down Wednesday here on Out to Lunch. If you've got a particular wine, or maybe you have something that you want to share with us, you want to advertise with us, this is a great opportunity. We can do it a little bit of a Wine Down Wednesday segment where you've got a particular wine, you've got something, a particular food of the week that you want to share with us. Feel free to reach out to me, Matt at WRMN1410.com. You can also call our office number at 847-741-7700. If you would like to showcase maybe your wine of the week, if you're a business or a winery, or maybe a wine of the month, we can make it happen. Let us know. You would be able to hear, folks in the community, be able to hear your wine of the week or the wine of the month here on Out to Lunch every Wednesday. So great opportunity, or maybe not just even every Wednesday. It could even be every day in our log. So if you're interested in that, if that's something that maybe might interest you, might maybe seem a little bit on the nose, right, for your interest, let us know. Let us know here on WRMN. We would love to do that here on an Out to Lunch Wine Down Wednesday segment where we showcase your wine. So if you're interested in that, feel free to reach out today, Matt at WRMN1410.com. That's Matt at WRMN1410.com. You can reach out to any of us, news at WRMN1410.com as well. So please feel free to do so. We would love to talk to you and work with you on that. That would be really cool. So let's talk a little bit about it here. It is Wine Down Wednesday. It's also Wings Wednesday, and we all know that wine is a very enjoyable drink of choice. Wine Down Wednesday is, of course, a very popular modern cultural phenomenon. It's not a formal historical event per se. It's really designed as kind of a hump day, middle of the day ritual that helps to decompress us from work week. It functions really as a midweek break. It often features restaurant specials, things like that. It's designed to boost morale and foster community among wine enthusiasts. So there's a lot of great purpose here. It's a playful blend of wine and winding down. Kind of a good marketing trend too, I would say. There's a great cultural significance, especially as a good jokingly referred to as kind of like a victory lap in surviving Monday and Tuesday, right? It's the middle of the week. We're winding down a little bit. We're winding down a little. And then, of course, there's the language when it comes to fancy wine talk. So, for example, on the nose is one describing the taste and aroma. That's the aroma of the wine when someone says, oh, it's on the nose. You do a little swoosh, right? Fruit forward is another one where the wine prominently features fruit flavor, something a little bit more sweeter, earthy in that way. But earthy even is actually a separate term. It's not even considered more fruit flavor. It's almost more of a forest floor. So damp leaves, mushrooms, things like that. More natural, earthy. There's also jammy, which is a little bit more cooked, syrupy, fruity sweetness. There's the oak influence, which includes flavors like vanilla, toast, or cedar, which is passing from the barrel that it's put into and aged. And then there's also spicy, so peppery, sharp sensations of anise or cinnamon, things like that. And then you can also go in and describe the structure and mouthfeel. So there's the body, which is the weight of the wine, light, medium, or full-bodied. There's the tannins, the drying, mouth coating sensation from grape skins, common in red wines. There's also the level of acidity. Is it crisp, tart, or refreshing of quality? Then, of course, you get the finish, the aftertaste that remains after swallowing the wine. It lingers in the mouth, right? There's also the description of the density and textures of the tannins, which include either chewy or velvety. And then the wine that lacks sufficient acidity is considered flabby. So there's a lot of different language. There's a lot of lingo that comes with the fancy wine tastings out there. But if you don't care about any of that language and you just enjoy having a nice glass of wine for yourself or maybe with a group of friends if you're a social drinker, here are some of the really great wines that you can try out at local Fox Valley wineries that you can enjoy. Wine, mead, or hard cider selections available at local wine stores and wineries in the Fox Valley area. So let's hop on into it and see what are the wines of the month for this month of March. If I can get my screen up here, I can show myself and then also the screen. There we go. So starting off here, and again, this is from Fox Valley Magazine. This is one that you can try out. It's called Broken Bricks Home Brew Shop. They're on West Main Street and they're in St. Charles. This one is called the Broken Bricks Raspberry Mead. Now, the design of it's pretty nice. You get the raspberry logo on there with a bumblebee. A blend of honey and raspberries are what makes this what it is. The tart raspberries balance out that sweet honey. It really does make each sip of this mead a delight. So you get a really good balance there. So you can find that. It's available in store at Broken Bricks Home Brew Shop. That's in St. Charles. The next one on this list is a peach mango sesh. So it's a nice little session there, I would say. You get a sparkling session mead with peach and mango. So it's a very natural fruity taste. It's a 6% ABV. It's semi-sweet. It's $25 for a 4-pack of 12-ounce cans. Juicy peach and ripe mango up front with a smooth honey sweetness. It's very light and refreshing, and it's also very crisp with an easy drinking finish. So this is something that's really refreshing, especially with spring coming up. You can find this in Yorkville at Bridge Street at the Fox's Den Meadery. The next one, I know that they have had this one before. This is Geneva Winery and Coffee House in Geneva and Batavia locations. And this is the Dionysus Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, this is crafted with devotion. It's a harmonious blend of medium tannins and rich, deep flavors. The journey of its creation begins with a cold soak. What it does is it extracts the vibrant essence of cherry and plum, and then it elegantly intertwines it with some sophisticated hints of dark chocolate, which is really going to be on the tip of the tongue, too, if you're tasting it. This is a meticulous process, followed by aging in those French oak barrels, which imparts a nuanced medium oak character. It complements the wine's medium full body, medium high tannins, and medium acidity to perfection. And again, I just kind of described to you some of those particular words, so maybe now hearing them, it might make a little bit more sense. You'll be able to kind of visualize it or visualize the taste in your mouth of what that would be. So that's a Geneva Winery and Coffee House. Let me tell you, there are also experts out there who they can read this and they'll know, like, I know exactly what that tastes like because they have so much experience. So there are some quite winery experts out there. It's pretty cool. And then finally, another wine to enjoy. I think there were only 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. And then we got the beers of the month, which I talked about. So the fourth and final wine for the month is the 2023 Arel Pinot Noir. This is a Santa Barbara County, California wine, so it's a nice California blend. A take-home price of $23.98. The tasting notes include bright notes of cherry, raspberry, and strawberry. You also get some earthy undertones incorporated in there too. It's aged in that natural French oak, like the previous one I just mentioned, and it's for up to a year. It results in a very velvety, smooth mouthfeel. So you can find this in Naperville. It's at 64 Wine Bar and Kitchen at 123 Water Street in Naperville. So if you want to give it a try, those are the wines of the month. Maybe you are a connoisseur. Maybe you are a rookie at it. Maybe you just turned 21 and you want to get into wine tasting. There are lots of great options out there for you, especially on a Wine Down Wednesday. Taking a look at the time, it is 44 past the hour. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll kind of get out of the wine conversation and into something that is a little bit more bubbly. That's the bubbly chemistry behind those carbonated beverages that you enjoy. This is an article written by Michael W. Crowder, who's a professor of chemistry and biochemistry at Miami University. So We'll talk a little bit about that and more here coming up on the rest of the Out to Lunch 11 o'clock segment and followed into the 12 o'clock segment. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more here in just a bit.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Chicagoland? Need trusted legal help with real estate, evictions, or estate planning? Turn to Guthrie and Brady, the happy lawyers serving the greater Chicago area since 1965. With over 50 years of experience, they handle titles and deeds, foreclosures, landlord-tenant issues, wills, trusts, and more. Appointments available evenings or weekends at their Roselle office or right in your home. Call Guthrie and Brady now at 847-524-1215. That's 847-524-1215. Or visit gnblegal.com. Guthrie and Brady, personal, professional, affordable legal services for all of Chicagoland. The happy lawyers since 1965. That's gnblegal.com. Or 847-524-1215. Guthrie and Brady, trusted legal help made easy, fast, affordable, and experienced. Call today.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Is back or neck pain keeping you from living the life you love? At St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, our spine specialists help patients get back to moving, working, and enjoying life again, often with minimally invasive treatments and faster recovery. The care you need, the expertise you trust, right here in your community. Visit stjosephelgin.com to schedule a consultation. St. Joseph Hospital, celebrating 125 years of compassionate care.
Hi there, Tammy Scully here from Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Join me and my sidekicks Nancy and Becky for valuable lifestyle tips and unique views and insights on interesting topics and everyday situations, providing nonstop fun and chuckles for all. Get the scoop on consumer news, deep dive on current events, and learn about the newest economic trends, from exercise and gardening to music, travel, recipes, sports, pets, real estate, media, and everything in between. And it's all sprinkled with a healthy helping of bad dad jokes and interesting fun facts to boot. Tune in Mondays through Thursdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for a little fun, frolic, and infotainment. Join us, won't you?
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. I am broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. It is starting to snow. Yes, folks, the snow has officially arrived. And it is still pretty chilly outside today, so it could turn into a little bit of some ice. Doesn't look like it's doing that as of right now from what I can see on the car windows and shields, but if it does start to slow down and it starts to get colder, then it'll start to turn into ice. So just want to let you know about that too. But if you step outside, if you look out your window, you can definitely see we've got some big fat flurries that are coming down today. Not super hard, but you can definitely tell, or super fast, but you can tell that they're a little bit thicker in size with that rain/snow. So it could definitely turn into a little bit of an icy sheet. So please make sure you're careful today, especially if you are out driving on the roads. So with this being said, let's go through our conversation story of the day, the bubbly chemistry behind carbonated beverages. A lot of us enjoy a nice carbonated beverage here and there. Maybe you have one that's a diet beverage every day, or maybe not, depending on who you are. Maybe you are a social drinker when it comes to some carbonated beverages. Some carbonated beverages do have alcohol, some of them don't, right? Some of them are soda, whether you call it soda or pop, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't know why I call it soda. Maybe I'm a little bit more old-souled and fashioned that way, but I like to call it soda. I don't drink much soda. If I do, it's usually ginger ale or occasionally a Diet Coke. But other than that, I don't really drink a whole lot of soda. But I do like a nice carbonated beverage, especially if I'm not feeling too well. Many people enjoy carbonated beverages during the spring and especially the summertime. It's a great way to bring people together. A lot of kids enjoy carbonated beverages. Sometimes they get a sugar rush too, so you got to be careful. But let's go through a little bit about the bubbly chemistry behind these carbonated beverages that many of us enjoy. This is an article written, it was actually back in 2023, but it is still applicable to today. This is by Michael W. Crowder, who is a professor of chemistry and biochemistry at the Miami University. So let's talk a little bit about this. Many people, of course, love the refreshing effervescence of soda, champagne, beer, or sparkling water. When you take that sip, the gas bubbles in the beverage burst, and they release gas tickles released gas tickles your nose, as many of us have experienced. Sometimes I even sneeze when that happens. But have you ever wondered how carbonation actually works? Now, the author of this article, Michael, here is a professor who teaches classes in chemistry and fermentation and a carbonated beverage enthusiast. And he's even a home brewer himself, too. So that is great. Not only does he teach it, he also knows how to actually perform it, too. While the basic process of carbonation is relatively simple, a variety of factors from temperature to surface tension can affect the taste and quality of the beverage. So let's talk a little bit about the dissolving carbon dioxide. Carbonation involves dissolving the colorless and odorless carbon dioxide, or CO2. The gas goes into a liquid. When carbon dioxide is then added to a sealed bottle or can containing water, that pressure in the bottle or can increases, which then in turn causes the carbon dioxide dissolving into the liquid. The CO2 above the liquid and the CO2 dissolved in the liquid reach chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium essentially means the rate that CO2 dissolves into the liquid is equal to the rate that the CO2 is released from the liquid. There's that equilibrium there. It's based on the amounts of CO2 in both in the air and also in the liquid. Some of the dissolved CO2 reacts to the water to form carbonic acid, which has a chemical formula of H2CO3. So once some of the dissolved CO2 converts to H2CO3, more CO2 from the air above can also dissolve into the liquid. And then what that does is it reestablishes chemical equilibrium there. So when you open a bottle or a can, the pressure above the carbonated liquid drops to match the pressure outside of the bottle or can. So it's not just an internal work, it's also an external work too. The pressure release results in a hissing sound, and you see the bubbles rising in the liquid as the H2CO3 converts back to CO2, and that gas escapes to the surface. The carbonic acid in the beverage is what makes its taste a little bit more on the sour side of things, if you've noticed that. Now, a colder drink is considered a bubblier one. Another important factor influencing carbonation is the temperature of the substance, the drink. Most gases, including carbon dioxide, do not dissolve well in liquids as the temperature of liquid rises. That's why carbonated drinks go flat if you leave them out at room temperature. And then it just turns into the syrup and it ends up being sweeter, if you've noticed that. Carbonated drinks that lose its carbonation, they end up being sweeter, sometimes too sweet. Conversely, if you place your favorite carbonated beverage in the refrigerator and you allow it to get cold, more dissolved carbon dioxide will stay in the beverage while it is still sealed. When you open the chilled bottle or can, the liquid is more bubbly because there was more dissolved carbon dioxide in the cold beverage. Then we go into a little bit on the surface tension and the fizziness of the carbonated drink. One final important factor for carbonation is the surface tension of the liquid. A liquid's surface tension is determined by how strongly the liquid's molecules interact with each other. For most beverages, those molecules are water molecules, but diet soft drinks have artificial sweeteners that are dissolved in them, which of course we know those artificial sweeteners are helping to make this process work, or at least even into the taste of it. These sweeteners then weaken the interactions between the water molecules, creating a lower surface tension. A lower surface tension means that the carbon dioxide bubbles form faster and they happen to last longer. So that's why you maybe even notice it with more sugary drinks, more bubbles tend to stay. This is why it takes slightly longer to be served a Diet Coke on ice, a problem you might notice on a plane. And that's something I noticed too. You serve Diet Coke, it fizzes quite quickly. The lower surface tension from the artificial sweetener means that there's more fizz and for longer compared to the other soft drinks. The flight attendants, especially high in the air like that, will have to wait for the bubbles in the cup to break before they can fill the cup with more Diet Coke. Especially noticeable if you are in high altitude on a plane. Surface tension is also why Diet Coke works so well with the famous Mentos experiment that maybe you have tried out before. I've never done it before. I'd be too scared that I'd get hurt, but many people out there have done it before and they've been fine. During which you drop Mento candy into a 2-liter Diet Coke bottle. The candy helps to weaken the interactions between the water molecules and the CO2 molecules, which then lowers the surface tension, and it allows for an easier release of CO2 molecules. A bubbling geyser of the Diet Coke then rises fast above the 2-liter bottle, and the CO2 molecules quickly form on the candy surface and force the Diet Coke out of the bottle because it floats to the top and it says, I gotta get out of here. So getting the bubbles into the beverage is the final thing. In an effort to make water similar to that of the mineral springs, the carbonation process was invented by Joseph Priestley in England in the 1760s and commercialized by Jacob Schwippe, which is in Switzerland. That was in the 1780s. Priestley reacted chalk with sulfuric acid, producing CO2, and then he hung a water-filled container over the reaction to infuse the water with CO2. Now, today, most commercial beers, soft drinks, and seltzers, and even sparkling waters are created by, quote, forced carbonation. So it's forced into it. This is when manufacturers directly inject carbon dioxide into the beverage under high carbon dioxide pressures. And there's even some make-your-own sodas out there. I used to have one when I was younger, and you push the carbon dioxide into it to create those bubbles. So carbonation really is that marriage between the physics and the chemistry. It's one that transforms ordinary liquids into those delicious treats that we enjoy with a little bit of some bubbles, maybe even some belching and tickling of the noses. Now, the next time you drink a carbonated beverage, take a little bit of a moment to appreciate the science behind it for all of those dancing bubbles that you ingest and enjoy, and then belch out again. So that is the conversation story of the day. If you enjoy a nice beverage, have it today. You can even do a carbonated wine beverage too if you like. That's also pretty good. You know, have a nice, sparkling wine or something like that. Get some bubbles in you. It's pretty cool. Just don't want to ingest too much of it. With that being said, this does wrap it up for our 11 o'clock segment. The flurries are definitely getting bigger outside here. Quite large, I would say. Maybe half an inch. Yeah, decent-sized flurries that are outside today. Coming up next, we'll talk more about those local theatrical performances that you can go to on a Wings Wednesday. We'll also have our Tradio segment at 12:30. So if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call in. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Blackhawks head out on the road tomorrow. They'll take on the Utah Mammoth. They beat Utah in overtime 3-2 Monday at United Center. Time running out for the Bulls to try and turn things around. But last night they did beat the Warriors in overtime, 130-124. Modest Buzelis with 41 points and 6 rebounds, helping Chicago bounce back from a tough 126-110 loss at Sacramento on Sunday. Buzelis had a career-high 41 points. He hit a big three-pointer with 2:20 left in overtime. Josh Giddey had a triple-double with 21 points, 17 assists, and 13 rebounds. Meanwhile, the Warriors missed another chance to give Coach Steve Kerr career win number 600. Bulls visit the Lakers Thursday night, continuing a 5-game West Coast road trip. They sit 12th in the Eastern Conference, 5.5 games out of the 10th and final play-in spot. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly with nationwide 5G because Cricket is on the AT&T network. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. For service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice. With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. This afternoon, rain before noon, then a chance of sleet and rain and snow. High near 37. Tonight, a slight chance of snow. Partly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Currently, it's 36 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or...
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome in, folks, here to the 12 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. It is really starting to snow outside today. It doesn't look like it is sticking too much, but again, with the eventually chillier temperatures that we are going to be seeing later tonight, this could very likely turn into some of that freezing rain. So, with that being said, if you are traveling right now, make sure that you are cautious on the roads, as always, too, even if it's perfect weather outside. But again, you can find more information on the Weather Channel, weather.com, or also on your phone. Always good to look at that, too. Current temperatures right now, as we're speaking, are at 35. It has dropped because of the snow. It originally was about 40 degrees. Now it has dropped. Our high was originally going to be about 42. It has dropped down now to 39 degrees as our high, which we're currently at about that right now. Periods of snow, as predicted, are happening right now. We are going to be seeing clear to partly cloudy later tonight. It does drop down to that low of about 26 degrees in that forecast for later tonight. Tomorrow on Thursday, we see here a high of 46. Temperatures do start to rise just a little bit there. Sunshine is going to be expected in the morning, followed by cloudier skies during the afternoon. It drops down to 38 as our low, similar to our high for the day today. It becomes windy with showers developing later at night. Heading on into Friday, very windy indeed, a variable amount of cloudiness. Wind gusts could occasionally get up to over 50 miles per hour. So just be aware of that. We see a high of 43, cloudy, with a low of 25 for the 13th for Friday night. Partly cloudy skies during the evening. We'll give way to some more cloudier skies overnight. For Saturday the 14th, cloudier skies are coming again. We have a low of about 32 and a high of 40. A few flurries or snow showers could also be possible again. We are expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow coming up here with some freezing rain mixing in with those flurries. Chance of precipitation is at about 70%. Saturday the 14th, we see a low of 32 degrees. Heading on into Sunday the 15th, we see rain, high of 47, rainfall at 90% with near an inch. We see it dropping down drastically to that low of 14. Possible more rain and snow mixed together, snow showers and windy late. Snowfall about an inch Chance of snow at 80% predicted right now for Sunday the 15th. Heading on into Monday next week, starts to die down a little bit in terms of the weather, but it does stay a little bit cold throughout the first half of the month of that particular week. So we see a high of 23 degrees, cloudy and cold. It drops down to 7 as our low. Partly to mostly cloudy skies are going to be in that forecast. Into Tuesday, generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds, so we'll start to see the sun peep through a little bit more into next week, although chilly temperatures are still lingering. Partly cloudy early with increasing overnight with a low of 18 degrees. Wednesday rolls around, a high of 39 is going to be expected with some considerable amount of cloudiness. Dropping down to 27 as our low, mainly cloudies in that forecast for Wednesday the 18th, a week from today. And then following into that next week as well, the following week after what I just spoke of, temperatures are going to be highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. Now, again, that's what we're seeing prediction-wise as of right now. With that being said, air quality index is considered good today. No risk, little or no risk of air pollution. That's predicted here, or at least reported on now. That's on the Weather Channel's website on their meter. That's weather.com. So, of course, earlier today, we did discuss a little bit about, the National Day. Oh, no, we didn't do the National Day calendar yet. I'm sorry. We talked about Wind Down Wednesday. So we kind of mixed it up a little bit here. We do have the National Day calendar. We'll hop into that here. But we also do have some theater performances that we want to talk about, too. So we'll also hop into that later into the show. We also do have our Tradio segment at 12:30. And then, of course, more events that are happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. You are listening to Out to Lunch, which is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. You can get back to doing what you love with expert orthopedic and spine care at St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. From advanced surgery to personalized rehab, their specialists are with you throughout your care journey. St. Joseph Hospital is a proud member of Prime Healthcare, and they're here to keep you moving. So schedule your appointment today by calling 847-931-5525 or visit their website at stjosephelgin.com to learn more. Also wanted to send yet another reminder out there, a repeat of what I talked about earlier. There was a press release, a public service announcement from the Kane County Clerk's Office by John A. Cunningham, reminding all Kane County residents who applied and received their vote-by-mail ballot to fill it out, sign the envelope, get it to the post office before March 17th. Again, if you're unable to mail the ballot, voters can also drop off their signed ballots at one of 3 ballot drop-off locations, as follows. The clerk's office in Geneva, its Aurora satellite office on Downer Place, or at the City of Elgin City Hall location on Dexter Court. Another reminder here, too, all King County residents that early voting is still taking place, and it's going on until March 16th. Residents can vote at various sites throughout Kane County. For a location and hours of early voting sites, you can visit their website at www.kanevotes.org and click on the Vote button. For additional information on locations, please call the Kane County Elections Department at 630-232-5990. And remember that you are always welcome at the County Clerk's Office. Don't forget also, too, we are going to be doing a live broadcast coverage of the primary election. That's going to be in studio starting around 6 o'clock. Now, again, we have been having a lot of really great candidates who have been on the air with us during our Apolitical Talk Show series, whether it's with Dennis Sonar Green or also David Tees doing the interview. We have interviewed a lot of great candidates in the Kane County area, and we would appreciate the love and support if you check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WRMN Radio, to watch those interviews. You can find it under the playlist of Apolitical Talk Show. Some of them are uploaded as actual videos. Some of them are edited under the live section. But no matter what that is, they are all encompassed into that Apolitical Talk Show playlist. So please check out the playlist. All the interviews have been uploaded. Feel free to check them out. Do your research. See which candidate you like the best. And give them the love and support. And of course, we wish everyone, all candidates out there, the best of luck. The time is 14 past the hour. We'll take a quick time out. We'll get into, of course, talking about the National Day calendar. What do we have to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy? We'll also hop in a little bit here, too, on some of those local theatrical performances that you can take yourself or maybe family and friends to enjoy a nice show, whether it's through the weekdays or also on the weekends. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
I'm Danielle Penman, a registered nurse, conservative Republican, and longtime resident of St. Charles running for state senator. I'm focused on cutting taxes, supporting law enforcement, and holding Springfield accountable, because Illinois families deserve better.
Paid for by Friends for Danielle Penman.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first, because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, here to Out to Lunch on WRMN, the voice of the valley and the talk of the town. It is still snowing pretty hard outside, and it does look like it's kind of turning a little bit into ice on some of the windshields that I'm looking at. If you're watching me on the air, I'm like moving my mic over so I can see. It does look like it is turning into some of the icy slush. So if you are traveling today, just make sure you're prepared for that, because that's currently going on right now. With that being said, let's hop into our National Day calendar events, see what we've got to recognize, celebrate, and enjoy. Now, for all of the youngins out there who enjoy prom, today is considered National Promposal Day today. And yes, for a lot of teenagers, kids are in high school, this is a big deal. On March 11th, National Promposal Day prompts the ultimate question each year. Will you go to prom with me? It's the day for high school students across North America to craft their unique invitation to the event of the year. Now, prom, of course, is a big deal for a lot of students, and also sometimes for the school, I would say for the schools too. It takes a lot of planning, though. That includes finding the right tuxedo, the right dress, shoes, and accessories. Does mom teach you how to dance, or do you take a dance class? Do you borrow dad's car? What do you do, right? So it can be kind of a stressful time for a lot of students. But of course, we want to remind you that you can go to the upcoming Shine Bright Like a Diamond event, which is going to be in Elgin on March 27th and the 28th. And it is going to give you the opportunity to get those free prom dresses and tuxedos for students out there. So you don't want to miss out on that great opportunity to check that out. The interview is posted. You can find it on our YouTube, our YouTube page, youtube.com/WRMN radio. If you want to go there, you can also find it under our playlist for Out to Lunch. I did the interview. Let me see if I can find it here. This is with Barbara Stewart and Elizabeth Thielen. Came into the studio to talk about this. So excuse me, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's the 28th and the 29th. This is the upcoming prom event that you can find more information online. It's called Shine Bright Like a Diamond, and it's Women Impacting Elgin. So that'll be on the 28th and the 29th. But with that being said, of course, it can be kind of a stressful time. First, ask the question on March 11th on National Promposal Day. Definitely planning ahead is important. Prom is one of the most memorable times in high school. Started off right with an exceptional proposal. Or that is a promposal, so to say. Rehearse it or wing it, but get out there and ask. That's the important thing. Get creative about asking someone to prom and capture the special moment on video. That's something that that I did as well too for prom. We captured it on video. We captured it on we got some pictures there too. Same also, I know homecoming is pretty popular for a lot of kids out there. So it's very exciting. It's a national day recognized, and it is founded by Men's Warehouse in 2016. And it's a way to inspire high school students to create the ultimate promposal. There is a lot of different ways that you can propose or prompose, so to say. And then find your niche, find your style, something that you like too. And parents, don't stress out as well too. This is a great time for the kids to celebrate. And I know it can be stressful. I know it can be stressful for parents, even for students too, but it should be a fun time. It's an exciting time for a lot of students out there. So go out there, enjoy those promposals, do it the best you can, and don't worry too much. Don't worry about the jealous people out there and the bullies and all of that. You don't need to worry about it. When you get older, you realize it's not that important. If people stare at you like, you're asking that person, it's really not important that much. Do what you would like, and be happy about it. It's good. Some other days that are recognized today: National Oatmeal Nut Waffles Day. Now, this is a pretty specific one because it's not just about enjoying waffles, but it's enjoying it on a little bit of a healthier ingredient side of things. It's celebrating a healthier version of the classic waffle. Whole grain oats and chopped nuts mixed into the waffle recipe, a delicious, healthier way to start your morning. So, waffle is usually a batter-based, of course, or dough-based cake that's cooked in a waffle iron pattern to give it a distinctive size. There are a lot of different variations based off the type of iron and the recipe used. But of course, the oatmeal nut waffle is a flavorful addition to the family. So try it out. See if you like it. Something a little bit different too. Another national day that you can check out, it is Debunking Day. It is kind of an obscure awareness day on March 11th. In a large, fast-paced world like ours, it's easy for information to be misconstrued or maybe lost in falsities. A day like this can help us to gain a little bit more clarity to some of the myths and the false news that we hear every day. The originator, Rob Bresney, sees himself as a master of curiosity who is on a mission to save people from the genocide of imagination. So that is National Debunking Day today. There's a couple other days that you can also find posted onto the National Day calendar and nationaltoday.com. Now, there is another national day. It's not a very happy day. I think honestly, during the peak of this season, these years, I think I just didn't read it. But it is National COVID-19 Day. A lot of us went through that. All of us did. It was definitely a rough time. But looking back now, there's mixed feelings, of course, with how it started, and the facts. That I'm not getting into it, but it's definitely a day. It can be hard for some people to talk about, but it was definitely a test for us to come together. I felt like we could have done better coming together, but there were a lot of different resources out there that did come together, especially I would say in the communities, the smaller communities. They did a really great job of coming together, helping each other out, saying it's okay, and reaching out hands and not literally during the time of COVID, but figuratively helping each other out. That was something that was a big impact that I noticed, especially around the Elgin area and in the Fox River Valley. A lot of businesses helped each other out during that tough time. So with that being said, that is a day, it's a tough day sometimes to talk about, but at least it's one where you can remember the times where people helped each other out. And that's very important, of course. So you can check this out and more posted on nationaltoday.com. Now, of course, with the time remaining, we will also discuss some of the cool theatrical performances that you can go to on this Wings Wednesday edition of Out to Lunch, where we like to talk about what's going on, maybe behind the scenes or upcoming events for local theatrical organizations. A lot of them are non-for-profit organizations, so they do rely on donations, and that donation can even come in the form of going to their show. They work tirelessly. They have a lot of energy when it comes to putting on these performances. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And so when you check out these shows, when you buy that ticket, you are getting that quality experience at a lot of these performing arts centers. One of them in particular is the Elgin Theater Company. Elgin Theater Company is a small theater company here in Elgin, and they always offer something unique to try out, a unique performance. And one that's going to be coming up, and we're going to have an interview in a couple weeks with the director and writer too, is called Fade. Now, Fade is the story of Abel and Lucia, the relationship that develops between them, talking a little bit about the world around them. They experience some racism, misogyny, and other elements like that too, and how they even differ in themselves, but how their relationship grows and they come together. Their story takes you on an unexpected direction in multiple different ways too. The performance will be starting in April, and we are going to be interviewing some of the cast members. That will be coming up. Let me look at my calendar here. On Tuesday, March 24th. Some of the actors from the Elgin Theater Company's performance of Fade will be coming into the station. We're also going to be having, I do believe the director will also be in too. I'll have to double check on that, but I just coordinated with them today on this. But that'll be coming up. Elgin Theater Company's performance of Fade. The interview will be here in studio. That'll be at 12 o'clock during Out to Lunch on Tuesday. That'll be March 24th. So stay tuned for that, for the theatrical performances, showcasing all of that, which is great. So that's coming up. That's at the Elgin Art Showcase Building, That's at 220 DuPage Street. That is here in Elgin. All tickets are general admission. So that's an upcoming performance, and we'll definitely showcase them, talking about it in the next couple of weeks here on Out to Lunch. So if you want to visit their website for more information, that is elgin-theater.org. You can also check out some other ones. Children's Theater of Elgin has some great performances. If you still want to sign up for some opportunities to join their team for the 2027 season, you can go to their website at cteelgin.com for more information. They also do have some performances that'll be coming up into this year. That does include Descendants, the musical, which is a Disney show. It's grades 2 to 9, and it's going to be presented coming up April 17th through till the 19th. Also, they're going to be having Newsies, the Broadway musical, coming up in the month of June, followed by The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical, coming up in September. Disney's Little Mermaid Jr. will be in November, and Frozen Jr. will be into next year, April. So if you want to sign up for any of those, check out more information, go to their website at cteelgin.com/shows. You can also call their office number, email them to office@cteelgin.com to check out more info. and be a part of the experience, the theatrical experience. It's really great. Teaches a lot of building skills for kids. I know it taught me how to communicate better with people too. I struggled a little bit I was a very outgoing kid when I was little. And then when I got into my teen years, I became real shy and reserved. And the theatrical performances really helped me to come out of my bubble again, come out of my shell. Because it was always in me. I was definitely I was not a shy kid when I was very little. Ask some of my previous teachers, they would know. With that being said, this does wrap it up here for the first half hour of the 12 o'clock segment. Up next, we have our Tradio segment. We'll talk more about some good places to go to in the Fox River Valley area, so stay tuned here on WRMN.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by KFC. The Illinois Supreme Court is reviewing a law that permanently bars people with nonviolent felony convictions from possessing firearms. Capital News Illinois reports attorneys for a Cook County man argue the ban conflicts with a 2022 U.S. Supreme Court ruling on gun regulations. An Illinois Senate committee has approved a bill requiring schools to expel students for at least 1 year if they commit or attempt sexual assault at school or school events. The measure follows a Taylorville case and now moves to the Senate Education Committee. Illinois lawmakers are considering a bill requiring car dealers to provide vehicle history reports for used cars. The report would contain title issues, odometer readings, recalls, and accident history. Dealer groups say the reports can sometimes contain inaccuracies. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This afternoon, rain before noon, then a chance of sleet and rain and snow. High near 37. Tonight, a slight chance of snow. Partly cloudy with a low around 27. Looking ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Currently, it's 34 and drizzling. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
And welcome back, folks, here to Out to Lunch on WRMN. It is the 12:34, almost 12:35 segment here, so you know what that means. It's our Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, now is the time to call into the station number here. The phone lines are open at 847-931-1410. My fingers are ready to press the buttons to answer your call. Excuse me. So if you're interested, that's 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text us at 505-926-1410. If you want to send over any pictures, flyers, information, and things like that. Don't forget, of course, you're listening to Out to Lunch, which is sponsored by St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin. Are you looking for expert orthopedic and spine care close to home? St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin is here for you. Their highly skilled orthopedic and spine specialists provide advanced treatments for joint, bone, and back conditions, all with a personalized approach designed to get you moving again. So whether it's for hip or knee pain, sports injuries, or complex spine issues, they use the latest technology and surgical techniques to help you to heal faster and get back to the activities that you love. And that's not all. They have their comprehensive rehabilitation services, which means that you'll have expert support every step of the way, from surgery through recovery. Trust your health to excellence. Trust St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, a proud member of Prime Healthcare. Call today at 847-931-5525 or visit stjosephelgin.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment. So thank you so much, of course, to St. Joseph Hospital of Elgin for sponsoring today's show, Out to Lunch. Who do we have for our latest radio callers? Well, we had a caller yesterday from Patrick. He is looking for a wood chipper for sale. It's coming up to the season where eventually you'll be able to go outside and enjoy the nice weather on a more extended period of time rather than it just being plopped here and there and then, oh, it's snowing and then, oh, a little bit of sunshine here. Oh, now it's 20 degrees as our high, low of negative, right? The weird weather that we've been having here. But with that being said, he's looking for a wood chipper for sale. Not the small electric ones, the ones that are not small and not electric. So if you know what he's talking about there, feel free to reach out to Patrick today. That number to dial is 224-735-1674. That's 224-735-1674. That's the number to dial. Another Tradio caller here is looking for a Bayliner, or he has a Bayliner 17-foot boat for sale. It's in great condition. It's been used very little. And with the boat, there is a trailer that comes with it too. So that's a great addition going together. He also does have a 1946 Chevy 110 truck for sale. He's looking for a best offer on the boat and a best offer on the Chevy 110 truck. You can either buy both or one or the other. Please leave a message if he doesn't answer. That number to dial is 847-464-5830. That's 847-464-5830. We do have a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. Welcome to Tradio.
Hi. I have 4 colonial pine end tables. They're from the 80s. There's a couple scratches on just the one table. I'd like to take a reasonable offer on them, $100 at least for all of them. I also have a new Bun coffee machine. It's a single-serve one for $10. And I also have a table lamp for $10. And I do have some old Schwinn bikes. If anybody's interested, they could dial 847-209-7765. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much for calling in. All right, sweet and simple. We got it going here. We have a Tradio caller number 1 today. She has 4 colonial pine tables. These are nice colonial pine tables from the 1980s. And she's looking for a good offer on that, at least $100 for all 4 of them. She also has a new coffee machine that she's looking for $10 to sell for that one. So if you need a new coffee machine, she's got you ready and prepared. She also has a table lamp for $10. So if you need a new table lamp, you can check this out. And this is a great opportunity, Greg, if you're listening in. I know Greg has been looking for those Schwinn bicycles. Greg, this lovely lady here who just called in has some. She's got some old Schwinn bicycles. So if you want to reach out to her, here is the number. That number to dial is 847-209-7765. 7765. That's 847 209 7765. And I'll repeat it a third time again. She's got 4 colonial pine tables for sale from the 1980s. She's looking for a good offer on them, at least $100 for all 4 of them. That's a pretty good deal. She's got that new coffee machine that she's looking to sell for $10, a table lamp for $10, and she has those old Schwinn bicycles. Again, that number to dial is 847 209 7765 is that number. And again, Greg here, he is looking for those old Schwinn bicycles, paraphernalia, anything like that, 1800s to the 1970s, parts, pieces, and or accessories. This lovely lady that called in does have some of those. He's also looking for old vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, and the diver style watches. He's a collector, not a dealer, so he'll pay a fair price for those too. He's also looking for the old gas tether cars. Some were made by the Cox Corporation from the 50s and the 60s. He's looking for old slot cars or slot car parts, or even sets, mainly 124 scale cars, HO as well. He also has a son that's looking for some Pokemon cards too. And then for sale, he has that Schwinn 312 Goose Island bicycle that runs good for $99. That Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker can be beautifully on display in your kitchen or at your bar. It's in the color ivory, comes with the 3 cups for $400. He also does have the soft top canopy. It's a 10 by 10 in the color red for free. And it comes with a nice hanging chandelier. So if you want to reach out to Greg today, that number to dial is 847 962 6033. That's 847 962 6033. Another Tradio caller here has a lot of furniture for sale in Hampshire. Everything's like new. She's willing to take offers. TV, appliances, washer and dryer, sofas, dining room table, and a whole lot more. You can call either her cell number or her landline. The cell number is 847 502 4612, or her landline number at 847 695 9881. And finally, another Tradio caller here has that car for sale. It's a 2009 Toyota Corolla, a Model S, 5-speed manual transmission in great condition for $5,000 or best offer. You can reach out to him. He's located in Elmhurst. That number to dial is 312-296-4223. That's 312-296-4223. That's the number to dial. So lots of great Tradio callers out there. If you want to keep yourself in tune with all of this, listen in on Monday through Thursday at 12:30 for Tradio. If you have any questions, you can also email me, Matt, at WRMN1410.com, or shoot us a text message at 505-926-1410. So again, we are still in our Tradio segment, but we'll also talk a little bit about some of the great places to go to for performances, whether it is the Elgin Symphony Orchestra, the Elgin Community College, Hemmons Cultural Center, Egyptian Theater, Schaumburg on Stage, and so much more. There are options out there for you. Coming up, there are some auditions that are available for Alanis Morissette's performance of Jagged Little Pill, the musical. This is from Schaumburg on Stage and Point 2 Productions. So if you are looking to do a performance, you want to audition, they are available March 14th and March 15th at 1945 Wright Boulevard in Schaumburg. You can sign up on their website at schaumburgonstage.org, or of course you can call them to get that information as well. You can also email them. You can follow them also on their Facebook page. Check out more information on upcoming events with them. Tickets are also on sale for the April presentation of Nonsense, coming to the Lodge Performing Arts Center at 18 Villa Court in Elgin. Those tickets are on sale. You can also check out 2 great ways to spend the summer, including Dare to Dream Junior, the Disney musical, which will be coming up in the summertime. And another one is Rent School Edition, Teen Summer Intensive Workshop. So check this out and more posted. That is on schaumburgonstage.org. If you're looking for more towards the Elgin area, the ECC Arts Center is a great place to enjoy those extraordinary experiences. Coming up on March 14th, that's in a couple days at 7:30, they have their performance of Seven Realms of Atar. If you want to purchase those tickets, you can find them on eccartcenter.org. This is not merely a performance, it's a pilgrimage, a mirror, a remembering, a homecoming to the soul. It's $35 per person, 20 for children, 12 and under. You can check out the dates and times. They are coming up. It is a one-time performance on Saturday, March 14th at 7:30. You can book now on eccartcenter.org. Plenty of seating is still available, so please feel free to check that out for yourself. That's going to be at the lovely Blizzard Theater at Elgin Community College at 1700 Spartan Drive. So that's a good one to go to. I've been there many times before when I worked for the Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. And if you want to check out more information on them, you can visit their website at eyso.org, celebrating 50 years. Congratulations. That's awesome. You can also check out the upcoming events there too on their main website for the Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. So definitely check it out. See what are some of the programs and the ensembles. Those students work very hard. I've seen it in person. They do such a great job. The teachers are always really great too. It's a really cool environment to be a part of. So that's Elgin Youth Symphony Orchestra. I worked there for a little bit back in the day. And of course, you can also go to the Elgin Symphony Orchestra at elginsymphony.org. Check out all of the different seasons that are coming up, including presenting their 77th season. You can check out some things coming up into the months. You can even subscribe to their newsletter and more. Some things coming up, including Beethoven's Fifth being performed in April. You can also check out the Fanfare Gala that'll be coming up in May, and some other different awards and opportunities to participate. So view all of that and more posted on their website and social media handles. The time is approaching 47 past the hour. We're going to take another quick time out. We'll take a look here at some of the local movie theaters and see what's playing at them. And then, of course, while time allows, we'll go through some more updates on what's happening locally here in the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned. You are listening to Out to Lunch on your local radio station, WRMN. Stay tuned.
The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of two lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Are you looking for a way to be creative right now? Have you ever wanted to learn to watercolor paint? You can now do that from the comfort of your own home with Zoom watercolor classes. Get professional instruction from nationally showing artist Victoria Elizabeth. These classes are step-by-step, broken down with easy-to-understand instructions. They are affordable too, at $15 for a 2-hour class. Visit her website at victoriaelizabethart.com to find out more. That's victoriaelizabethart.com.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with a Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered. If you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem, use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
And welcome back, folks, here to Out to Lunch on WRMN. We only have about 8 minutes left. We are also still in our Tradio segment, too, so if you want to call in at 847-931-1410, feel free to give us a call. The time is approaching 51 past the hour. We have a caller on hold. Let's take you to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. Welcome to Tradio.
Hi, Matt. It's Greg.
Hey, Greg. Did you hear the Tradio caller that called in today?
Yeah, I already talked to her. She's a very nice lady. She's going to send me some photos.
Great.
Hey, I'm on it, dude. Thanks for keeping me in mind.
You got it. I figured you would be.
How was your dinner?
Oh, it was good. I had the chicken parmesan. I enjoyed it. I had a couple glasses of wine, which were different glasses of wine, which I should have not mixed. But I had a good time. It was very nice.
Oh, do you like eggplant parmesan?
You know what? I've had it one time and I enjoyed it. The term eggplant is a vegetable, so I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know. But no, I have had it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a veggie guy, and I'll be the first to tell you when I don't like something. It's hard for me to get me to try it. But
me too.
I like a good Parmesan or a braciole. That's going to be my next recipe. I'm going to send you a braciole that will knock your socks off. It's a little bit of work, but it's awesome. But anyway, and Jewel has them on sale this week. It's called Michelangelo's. It's a dark green box. They have the family size eggplant Parmesan, and it's as good or better than you'll ever get in a restaurant. It's frozen, so you can prepare it kind of at a moment's notice, but it's phenomenal. And I mean, you couldn't make it better at home. So just a tip there.
All right.
But,
awesome.
Also, I sent you a message about Sorrento's. Did you get that from me?
The Sorrento's. Let me double check here.
I don't know if I emailed it or I think I sent it to your email. I don't have your cell.
Let's see.
But it was yesterday.
Let's see.
I could try to send it
Oh,
again.
yes. Okay. Yeah, I did get it. I'm sorry. Okay. That's perfect.
Yeah,
I'll reach out
and
to him.
Frank, the owner, would be receptive to talking with you. I'm just telling you, it's the kind of place you dream about, and glad it's not real close for me. It's about a 40-minute drive, but it's worth the drive. So
nice. All right. Awesome. I'll reach out. Thanks so much.
All right. Take care.
All right. You too, Greg. Thanks again. Very nice there, and I'm glad he reached out to that lovely lady. I knew he'd be on top of it. I knew he would, because when I heard her say Schwinn bicycles, a light bulb went off. I'm like, Greg, I hope you're listening in, and I knew he was. So he's on top of that. That's great. Very nice. Let's see what else is going on here. I did just post a reminder onto our Facebook page here. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock. It is Sherry's Senior Moments with Sherry Aschenbrenner. Her guest includes Bill Bogdan. He's a disability liaison with the Illinois Secretary of State's office. The phone lines will also be open, so please join in. We would love to see you or listen from you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I gotta change the prompt. It didn't show up on the screen, so I'll make sure to do that. But that's a reminder anyway. So if you want to check that out, that's coming up tomorrow. That is going to be Sherry's Senior Moments. Bill Bogdan is going to be in with us on in the studio, so we'll talk with us. Also tomorrow at 11 o'clock, it is a city council recap with Mayor Dave Captain, which is on the second Thursdays of the month and fourth Thursdays of the month. So the meeting will be coming up tonight at 7 o'clock at 150 Dexter Court. That is on the second floor in City Hall. I should know, my mom worked there for years. The place has not changed. So if you want to check it out, that's also coming up later tonight as well. We've got lots of good things that are coming up here. Coming up on Friday, I'm having Emily Tyler with Food for Greater Elgin back on the air with us to talk about the Palate to Palate event, which WRMN is going to be out at, of course, taking pictures, doing interviews, and trying out some of the really, really cool foods. And I'm going to be there, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope that you can make it out to the event, and you can check out more information on their events page that is at foodforgreaterelgin.com on their website. Follow them also on their Facebook page to check out more info that way. I know that there are some cinema movies that are playing. I'll just quickly mention them here for the time being because I also did want to go through a couple other things here while time allows. There's some fun movies that are playing right now that you can check out at these local Fox Valley movie theaters, including Scream 7. If you're a horror fan, you enjoy that franchise. Hoppers, which I guess I got really good reviews on that as a Disney and Pixar film. Goat is another one. The Bride is another one, too, that you can check out. There's a couple other ones. Crime 101, I Can Only Imagine 2, Solo Mio. There's a whole list of different movies that are currently playing at the Marcus Theaters of Elgin. They also do have some ones that are going to be coming up pretty shortly, too. So if you want to check out all of that, you can view it at marcustheaters.com. AMC South Barrington also has some movies that are playing, some of them that have been around for a while, including Bugonia. I know that we did a little bit of a movie review with that a couple weeks ago on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, so that is also posted onto our YouTube page. But a lot of cool things that you can see, especially if you're looking to do some fun indoor activities. Sitting back and enjoying a nice movie is a good way to spend some quality time, even if it's just enjoying yourself too, even if you do it alone. Couple other things as well. I did receive some good emails from my good friend Linda here. She is mentioning to me that Santa's Village is still offering their family fun pack, 2 any-day tickets, 2 ultimate experiences that you can check out, and it's for that limited time offer. You can also skate with the Easter Bunny coming up on the 29th of March. Skate tickets are $12. The Easter egg hunt is at 1:30 p.m. for kids 12 and under, and that's going to be at their Polar Dome ice rink, which is a really cool place to check out too. If you also want to view some fun upcoming events, you can enjoy some Elgin Township events, including how to start and run a small home-based business. This is backed by popular demand, back again this year. It's coming up Saturday, March 28th. It's from 9 o'clock until 3 o'clock, and you can register at 8:30. The cost is $25 for Elgin Township residents and $50 for non-residents. This is an Elgin Township Business Education Workshop. You can RSVP for more information at 847-741-2045. This is going to be at the Elgin Township building. They do say to park in the back parking lot. They're located at 729 South McLean Boulevard in Elgin. So again, if you want to inquire more information about that, you can visit them, or also feel free to reach out to me and I can forward this to you. And finally, before we head on out from the show, blood does save lives, and this is called the Good Vibes Save Lives. This is a blood drive that's coming up on Monday, March 16th from 1 until 5:30. This is in Hampshire at 115 West Oak Knoll Drive, and this is Representative Jeff Keischer and Senator Dave Siverson will be there too. It's a blood drive that's going to be available. Photo ID is required. Appointments are appreciated, but walk-ins, of course, are also welcome too. This does wrap it up here for Out to Lunch on WRMN AM 1410. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. We hope you all have a spectacular rest of your day. We've got What's Cooking Today up next, a live talk time with Tammy and friends. We've got, of course, Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. We've got a news replay with some Wise Coffee Chat included in there too. And, of course, also a political talk show. Have a wonderful rest of your day.